And this is going on YouTube now. Shout out to you if you're watching this video from YouTube as well. It is happy 4th of July to everybody watching, and I say that because you will probably hear some fireworks. I am not in that side of town where them gunshots go off. So just so y'all know, okay? All right, there's fireworks. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Now today we're actually looking at equal or stronger threats is the name of today's video. Equal or stronger threats. I teach this to students a lot. In fact, in one of our favorite books that we cover, I'll actually link that book in the video as well. Phantom Master Cleanser, can you actually go send me a message on Discord right now and say link book, and say also chapter 6 as well. Link book chapter 6 video. So I can put it in the video for everyone. So y'all can go count that book on what chapter that is for equal or stronger threats. But today is about equal or stronger threats, and what kind of game do you want to go over? Then or what game would say it the most would be something like this game right here. Levon Aronian, the man himself, versus Viswanathan Anand, former world champion here. And this is a super crazy game. So this was in 2013 in YCAN-Z. So we're gonna show you what's good YouTube. Yeah, is it just me or am I hearing someone screaming, clapping in the background? Yeah, that's fireworks. It's popping out there, literally popping. Hold on, let's just, yeah. Okay, you can't hear it that much anymore, but there's fireworks out there. Sounds familiar. Yeah, man, check this out. This game's gonna be fire. So this is Levon Aronian versus Viswanathan Anand, and this is, of course, equal or stronger threats. What does equal or stronger threats mean? So, of course, my students in the chat actually know what this is. Most of them do. What's good, Canty? Sub chat. What's up, Kingside54? Some of them don't remember, which is okay. I mean, that's why we do lessons. But at the same time, equal or stronger threats means that just because I have something, just because I'm being attacked, does not mean I actually have to move that piece. An equal or stronger threat says that the best defense is offense. So if I can defend by attacking, then that's a better move than just moving the piece that is attacked. So I want you to keep that in mind. Equal or stronger threats. Take that into your own games, and let's check today's game out. Thanks for the follow, Jay Flamore. Danger level, says D-Shot. All right, so here we go. Levon Aronian playing white. Viswanathan Anand playing black. So he go D4, right? Now, and Anand played D5 here. So, of course, some regular stuff. We may get a Queen's Gambit decline or something like that. Aronian goes C4 and then C6 here from Anand. So this is a semi-slav. Semi-slav is actually a kind of a solid tactical opening. It can get very aggressive and complex and tactical, but it can also be extremely solid, played at world championship level, irrefutable, right? This is pretty solid. I've actually experimented with this a lot, and I've had some good success. But I really do love my Grunfeld, but this is fun too as well. If I had to choose another opening to play against D4, I would definitely choose this one. It's sort of like the Carol Khan against D4, but a better one. You can also have a reverse London system in many cases, especially against the G3 line. Sometimes you put the bishop out on F5, and you don't always put the bishop out on F5 because of the fact that they call this the weakness of the last move. What that means is if I move this bishop to F5, immediately B7 becomes a weakness where they can start attacking you already. Queen C7, bishop F4, you looking crazy. Queen C8. This is strange. You're actually almost losing a pawn here. Are you actually losing a pawn already? Like, this don't even feel good. Like, how is this already a thing? Right, so you have to be very careful, but that's why theory is important, and you need to study your theory and stuff like that. Semi-Slav, very strong opening. So he goes C6, knight F3, mainline stuff, just developing, nothing spectacular here. Knight F6, knight C3, and E6. And you're like, whoa, why did he block the bishop in? How do we get the bishop out? Now it looks like we have a French bishop for the people that play the French here. Usually in the French defense, the structure is like this, and the bishop stays in, and this pawn's usually on C7. So you can play C5, but this bishop's always a terrible piece, so you try to trade it off by means of B6 and bishop A6, trading off your bad one for white's good one, which would be the F1 bishop that usually goes to D3. So that's one of the ideas. But in a semi-Slav, you already have the idea here to understand that, yes, I have this triangle pawn structure where my pawns are all on light squares. This bishop is straight garbo. But what my plan is going to be pawn takes, play B5, and hit it with tempo, because this bishop's usually going to take back or with the queen. And this is plans. Remember, I tell my students this all the time. It's plans and ideas. and the moves, right? But you have to have both. You have to memorize the theory, but what's the plans and ideas just in case you forget the theory. So here, after e3, of course, pawn takes, we takes. The idea here to get this bishop out, because it's absolutely terrible, is to play b5 and bolster this pawn by means of a6, play bishop b7, and then finally play c5 at the right moment, which activates this bishop on the long diagonal. Usually this bishop sits on d6 as well. This knight goes to d7 and you castle and you have a great game. This is how the semi-Slav is actually played. Different move orders and stuff are important later on in the theory. But after e6, there's e3, still following mainline stuff. So watch how Anand plays. Knight b to d7, bishop d3, and what do, right? You take it. We wait for him to move it. Why don't we take it immediately? Is because we want to wait for him to waste a move moving the bishop, as opposed to doing it in one move here. If we go back, you do it in one move, like he just gets out for free. I mean, you still could play b5, but he's going to move the bishop twice now after we play it in this move order. Knight d7, bishop d3, and then we take, hit him here, bam, bam, and then what do we talk about? The plan. So this is all easy so far. And then in a minute, I'm going to have you guys actually talk about a few of these moves in the chat. b5, I mean, this is all mainline theory, guys. Bishop d3, that's why we just kind of blitzing through this. Bishop back to d3, bishop d6, great square. Stopping knight e5, because that could be annoying. Pressure here. This bishop's gross. And then you can also castle, and ours is going to be activated this way. So bishop d6, we have castle, castle, and queen c2. Attacking on this diagonal here. And what do? Bishop b7. Quite easy. What's up, roller coaster? What's going on, Badster? Happy America Day. That's right. Bishop b7. After bishop b7, there's a3, which is a usual move. Yo, appreciate it. Thanks for the host, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks, my guy. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the host here. So the a3. Oh yeah, they by the way, it's fireworks out there. You know, if you're just getting to the stream, you're like, what is going on in Canty's world? Well, happy 4th of July to you too. Today is 4th of July, and it's going. They going nuts out there. They popping off a lot of shots out there. Shots and meaning fireworks. It's going crazy, but that's what you hear. Very similar to the Carol, correct, right? They're very similar to the Carol Khan. Yep, absolutely. And this is why I call it the Carol Khan of D4. Carol Khan is a very solid opening. I'm just not a Carol Khan player because I'm like, yo, I like to attack stuff. Like my grandfather is Tao, so it should tell you my play right there. But semi-Slav though is like playing it against a D4 is actually really solid, and it gives you better chances than you would think. So after the A3 move, we go rook to C8 from Anand here. After rook c8, there's a knight to g5. And now, this is where it gets nuts. This is where it got absolutely bananas. Remember, today is called Equal or Stronger Threats. That's the title of today's video. This got bananas. If you've never seen this game, you know, then you're going to have fun today. If you have seen it, it's going to be a refresher. And don't give it away for anyone that hasn't seen it. So, this is on you now, chat. Knight g5 is black to move. White played knight takes h7, or is going to. White's trying to attack this h7 pawn. Pretty obvious here. So what do? Now remember, equal or stronger threats is what you're going for here. Just because my pawn is attacked, do I have to move it? I mean, you don't have to. But if you don't have to, then you have to do something that is equal to this threat here, equal to this threat, or stronger than this threat. So what do we do, guys? Black to move. You figure it out. What are we doing? Let's get some moves in the chat. Let's get some moves in the chat. What y'all got here? Look at this position. You playing as Anand right here. Black to move. What do we do in the chat? Come on, chat. What we got? Knight g5 on the board. We got queen c2. So queen c2, there is a queen already on c2. Oh, you're talking about for black, though. You meant c7. I know exactly what you mean. Queen c7. h6. We have bishop takes h2. Ooh, bishop takes h2. Look at you. Chess with Jeff. That actually is... I wonder why that wasn't played, in fact. Yeah, bishop takes h2 is super nice. Like, why doesn't he take on h2 check? And in fact, I'm just going to give it away. He didn't take on h2, but it's funny that the engine actually is like, yo, just take on h2. But he played another move here that was very cool, bro. It's like, yo, this is a legendary game. I'm telling you right now, this is a legendary game. Watch the moves that's about to happen here. Queen c2, h6. We got bishop takes h2. Check him. Yeah, I like this check too as well. H6 is another move, but man, I mean, this one right here, here's the move. In fact, Bright Sand said it, the silent rook e8, stop it. Yo, we do need that silent emote, the silent rook e8. So it's actually c5. Wow, c5, letting this pawn hang. Of course, we are opening up the file with a smile, but c5 is big boy move, open it up. And he's like, go ahead, take on h7. I dare you. I dare you to take on h7. Whoa, c5 and we live. And then Aronian says, you know what, Anand? I'm about that life, big fella. You gonna give it to me? I'm gonna take it. I am Levon Aronian. Okay. Knight takes h7 and black to move. How do we finish this off? Now, I mean, this is just the beginning of what's about to happen here, y'all. This is about to be nuts. Bring out your inner towel here. Okay, it's black to move. How do we do this thing? How do we do this thing? We have knight takes h7 from just one nameless dude. He says, snap, chop it. Get the knight off the board. Don't like those. Take it. This is just one nameless dude. c4, attacking the bishop. Yep. Knight g4. Okay. So remember, guys, this is equal or stronger threats. The whole theme of today in this video, today, what we're learning is equal or stronger threats. Bishop takes h2, b4. So what is attacked? The rook on f8 is attacked. The knight f6, not really attacked, but let's see. Inner towel, easy, knight e4. Whoa. I mean, yeah, that's also inner towel, but also inner face blockage. Absolutely. Inner, just stick your face out there, block with the face first. Lean in with your face first as well. Fan of Master Clincher. Knight g4, take on d4. Bishop takes h2. Okay, all right, here we go. So, in fact, here's the move. Knight g4. Whoa. Exclam. That man says, go ahead, do whatever you like, my guy. Aronian, you can take this rook, but it's not going to be as good as it looks, my guy. So, queen, it's going to be snap and then mate, right? Obvious takes, hitting here, hitting this way. This is a family channel. GG, start a new one. This is game over everywhere, shape and form, right? This is, oh, you can't even push g3, right? Everything you have, you're getting mated. You're getting mated, okay? There's no way around it. You're getting mated. So, of course, knight, that doesn't work. So knight g4 is a big boy move. So Aronian says, okay, not today. This is about to get wild. Yeah, I can go down that road as well. f4, block the bishop off completely here. So now the bishop's blocked. Now that your bishop's blocked, that's a key piece in this attack. Look at this. This is key. Now he's gotten h7. This is gone, right? And your rook's still hanging. So it's actually black to move now. What do you do in this position, guys? You played f4. Aronian hits you with f4. Black to move. Add blocking to mate, says next. Poker Phenom. Well, it's your move, bro. Black to move. Black to move. Where we go? Queen h4 from Checkmate the Great. Says Queen h4. Anyone else, guys? What else we got in the chat? Queen h4. We got Mr. Blunderful with Queen h4. Bishop takes g2. That one would be nice if king takes, but there's queen takes as well. Queen takes g2. Queen h4, we got knight e3, c takes d4. Hitting, says Fantastic. Sounded like me. Knight takes e3. That's not a move. That is face blockage, 100% premium. Absolutely. Don't do it to yourself, big fella. Don't even do it. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Knight takes e3 is not a move. Queen h4, though. Let's see what queen h4 is. If queen h4, he just plays h3, and you kind of just like looking crazy. Like you don't have the attack. Now there. I mean, the bishops are pointing. You do have some comp here. And you have to like go back, right? It's just no good there. Is g6 a bad move? Well, let's take a look at it. If g6 happens, I mean, honestly, I could just take. You didn't really threaten anything. You have to think about that, Adam. What did you get? What did you do? And then after takes, like, you know, well, first off, if you don't take, I mean, queen h4 runs into the same. h3, I'm attacking two pieces now. So you're still down material. So it doesn't work. You have to be aggressive. Remember, you're thinking equal or stronger threats the whole time. I teach this to students too. Equal or stronger threats the whole time. Check hands, leave the board, don't look at no one. Shake hands, right. Leave the board, don't look at nobody. Knight takes e3, shake hands, keep your head down, don't talk to nobody. You're lucky you can breathe air right now in the same room as everyone else. Check hands, leave board, right? That's funny. B4, G, C4, C4, C takes D4. All right, here we go. Here it is. Here's the move. Aronian, or actually Anand here, after F4 happened, great job. Shout out to Phantom Master Clincher, got it first, in fact, was C takes D4. Surprisingly, he got this move right. I mean, he got it right. C takes D4. I mean, I'm just as surprised as everyone. C takes D4 is correct here. It is actually hitting the knight, opens the file with a smile here, right? C takes D4. And it forces him to kind of do something. For this theme, you should card game these queen 8 times. That one's actually nasty too as well. But it's probably in there. I'm actually doing it from we're actually doing, this is actually inside of a book that we're going to have the author on soon as well. But it's called a tournament guidebook. Tournament guidebook, axioms, one-liners, and mantras. We're doing a videos from that book that's being dropped and we're doing video series for it. So you guys have something to watch as you read the book as well when that does drop. So, but this is inside of the book, so we're using this one. So if I look for it, because there's so many in there, we got like 100 videos to do, bro. 100 at least. So C takes D4, this is a move. And then after C takes D4, there's E takes D4. And after E takes D4, wow. I mean, this, okay, hold on. This about to get nuts. Y'all thought this was already crazy, but can it get any crazier? Absolutely, it's about to. It's about to get nuts. All right, now let's see what happens, okay? Black to move. Black to move here, guys. Black to move, what do you do? What do you do right here? Black to move, folks. I mean, this was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Knight takes H2 from Danny. Danny says, take on H2. We got Rook A8. Pressing devastating confusion to the opponent. Yeah, they could definitely gonna be confused. And then they're gonna be like, yo, is you okay, man? You might be like, yo, I'm gonna have to call them people for you, bro, after this. Rook A8. Yo, something going on in his life, right? Yo, what's going on? Hey, man, you all right? And Knight C5, is Knight C5 possible, says Chess with Jeff. Knight C5 looks like a good move. That's definitely something. Queen B7, we got Queen B6. Queen B7, that's not even possible. I think he meant Queen B6 though. Queen B6, take on G2, says Kingside 54. That's space blockage 100% premium. Don't even do it to yourself, big fella. Bishop takes, and you looking crazy out there. Thanks for the follow, X Knight. Knight C5 from Slapping Booty. Pony E6. Pony E6. Pony E6. B4, Knight takes H2. From Holy Croissant. All right, here it is, guys. Watch this move. Anand shocked everybody with this one. Figure it out, 420. Yeah, a big shout out again to Play Chess at Work for gifting that sub. You got gifted, didn't you? Yeah, shout out to him. Y'all hear that banging out there? It is July 4th. Just got to say that. Just don't, Canty's not anywhere unsafe. I'm in the house. Fireworks going on. Happy 4th to you at home. Pawn B4. All right, here it is. This is what he did. Check this out. Bishop C5. Flex real hard. Just show the traps real quick. Whoa. Bishop C5. This man played Bishop C5 here. Unbelievable. Drop the mic. Drop the pen, because I know he probably wrote the move down. Drop the pen and walk away from the board and wait and let him fathom in what just happened here. My neighbor shot a firework sideways and almost hit a cyclist. Oh my goodness. Yeah, be safe out there, folks. Be safe. You heard it here from Canty. And be safe. That was a Chad move. I mean, yeah, big boy move, bro. F5. Yeah, this is nasty. This is nasty. Okay, let's see. What if he just takes it? Yo, just take the bishop. What is this, bro? Right? So after takes, look at this. Knight takes. So now, first things first, I'm hitting the bishop that's connected to this knight. And I have this nasty check in here. Right? Okay, so let's see what happens. Knight takes F8. If Knight takes F8, Knight takes D3, which is really strong, threatening check, and Knight F2 check as well. Your Knight in here looking crazy. I'm up material. This bishop's very strong. What is this? What is this? This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely disgusting. This is crazy. Okay, so, okay, what about Knight takes and, like, I move the bishop? Maybe Bishop E2. Bishop E2 runs in the check, and then King here, and then you go Knight F2. Knight F2, Rook takes, Queen takes. I mean, this is ridiculous. And that Knight takes F8 is mate on the back rank, or Bishop takes G2 mate, obviously. Both mating everywhere. Ooh, sheesh. No smother. He could just take. It's close to smother, though. You're hitting mate here. I mean, this is pinned. Mate don't, like, bro, this is a family channel. Let's get that off the screen. So let's go back. I mean, that is, I would have fallen for. I mean, this is insane. Bishop C5 was such a powerful move. There's a piece hanging. There's and a rook hanging. Equal or stronger threats. Just because something is attacked doesn't mean you have to move it, right? You have to think, can I attack something of equal or greater value first before I actually look for the defensive moves? Now, after Bishop C5, Aronian is shocked here, right? Aronian is shocked. You know, I always look at these moves as like boxing, right? When you ever see boxing and someone gets hit and they about to buckle and they just stumble a little bit and you get dazed. You don't know what's going on. You forget what day it is for a little bit. And you're like, whoa, I gotta like, oh snap, this man is for real. So right here, he got a little dazed. He okay, he's still standing. He all good. He took a L, he took a hit there, but he's just gonna back up. So he said, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, you can have it. You can have it, bro. Bishop takes D4, you can have the pawn. Says Aronian, go ahead, bro. Hey, you know what? If I did anything to offend you, I apologize. Bishop e2, he backed that boy up. So bishop takes d4 is an obvious move, right? Obvious. Let's see what happens. Bishop takes d4 check. This didn't happen. King h1, and I mean, you could go knight f2, rook takes, bishop takes, and then like takes, and like looking at this position, like equal. I mean, which it is, in fact, and it's actually, I mean, slightly better for black. I mean, in fact, I would love to look at the bishops, like absolutely great. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome here. Like black's doing 100% excellent. So with that being said, that didn't happen. So instead of bishop takes d4. Your move, guys. Your move in the chat. Anand played a different move. Anand played a different move than bishop takes d4. And now most of us here would take immediately on d4. We have knight d to e5 from Holy Croissant. Okay, anybody else in the chat? We had bishop takes d4, but knight d to e5 from Holy Croissant. We have e3. Knight e3, that's face blockage, 100%. Yeah, and both of y'all did it too as well. Like it was back-to-back face blockage. You know, like when you see somebody get hit in the face and then the person behind them was like, me too. That's exactly what just happened. Knight e3 is not a move. Absolutely not. Back-to-back face blockage. g2, take on g2. I have to know if, yeah, bishop takes g2. I am silly. That's okay. Bishop takes g2 look pretty nasty. Knight d to e5 from Bryce Sand. We have e5, pawn e5. That's nice too. Mr. B hop. Yep, that's right. That's absolutely, you know. Oh man, I mean, well, let's see if he hits hard. He can hit b2. Knight f2. Knight f2 is not a move. It is blocked. Silent king h8. Oh my goodness, king h is silent. These silent moves. Bishop keeps blocking that move. Right now, first off, if you look at this position for the first time, like you just turned away. And then you look back and you're like, what is this position? That's the first thing you would say. There's a knight on h7 hitting the rook. This bishop is attacked. This, like, bro, wait. Like, whose move is it? What day is it, right? Like, this is ridiculous. So, it's black to move in this position. And here's the move that Anand did. In fact, Bright Sand and Holy Croissant got it correct here. In fact, here it is. Here's the move. Knight d e5. Oh my goodness. How many pieces I got hanging? Why is my knight hanging twice? Why can you take like 4 out of all my pieces? Right? I mean, you can take this one, you can take this one, you can take this one, you can take take whatever you want. Take whatever you want, right? Says Anand. You can have whatever you like here, buddy. You can have it's and everything must go sale. I dare you to touch something though, says Anand. I dare you to touch something. So watch this. This is disgusting, by the way. This is absolutely disgusting. And remember, this is one of my favorite things to show when it comes to equal or stronger threats. Also, there's a Nakamura video as well, or not we're going to do with the Queen Sack game. Shout out to D-Shock for that. That Queen Sack game was disgusting. So we are going to do that one too. How can one win with this game? Amazing. This is crazy, right? This is absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness, right? So watch this. Knight takes f8. Knight takes f8. So if knight takes, I always love to show this. If knight takes f8, bro, look at this beautiful thing. Look at this beautiful thing that's about to happen here. When I hang this many pieces, I just lose. Yeah, right. Oh man. All right. So look at this. Queen takes d4. Bam. King h1, and then bam. Oh my goodness. Get the man off the board. Send a stretcher to his address. We got it on file. That's the rapster. Look at that. I mean, this is embarrassing. This will go down in history. Nobody trying to get beat like this. You don't even let it happen. You resign when he played Queen G1 because you can't have this in the books for everybody to see how you just got ridiculously toasted, right? You just got hit with that saber across the body 2 times. So, you know, that's not a move. Like knight takes f8, GG, start a new one. Whoo, sheesh. Oh my goodness. Okay, you can't even take this way. That's pinned. So that's out the question. Okay, what if we take this way then? All right, queen d4 check. Okay, king h1, knight f2 check, rook takes, and then queen takes, hitting mate. Hitting mate. Okay, how do we stop mate, guys? Oh, block with your face. Okay, give me everything. And there's also mate on the back rank as well. This is over. This is over. I'm basically a celebrity now. D-Shock, you funny. You funny. You love it. Yeah, this is nuts. Absolutely crazy. Whoa. Anand is like, yo, hey man, don't play d4 on Anand no more. Like, just, I ain't even trying to touch his semi-slav, bro. I'm not even gonna play d4. Right? Let's play e4. Let's play c4. English, control it, space, because this is ridiculous. You play d4. This is what you get when you play d4? Dang. So 95, after 95 here, what about bishop takes g4? And actually, we looked at this capture. We looked at this, not in this capture. This is the capture Aronian did, was a bishop takes g4. He said, yo, something got to go. You got too many pieces hanging and something has to be captured. So he takes. And instead of taking immediately back on g4, he takes on d4 first with check, right? And then bishop takes. What if f4 takes? Oh, you're right. In fact, let's actually look at that. If f4 takes, it's the same thing. Pawn takes. You got the same line we looked at. The face block line hit that man with a move. Oh my goodness, right? This man has a family, right? You know, knight f2 mate. So that's gross. So let's go back. So after 95, there's bishop takes g4, knight take. Oh, he did bishop takes first because it's an in-between move. It's a check first, and you won't be able to do that afterwards. You won't be able to do it because if you take right now, this is not check. It's all about the tempo. I tell students this a lot. It's all about the tempo, right? So if I take here, you know, in fact, you can actually take here right now, and that's not even check. So now you're kind of looking crazy. So taking here allows you to take with check and have everything else, you know. Where and when was this game played? This was 2013. 2013 and White Can Z with Levon Aronian versus Anand. You know, two cats don't groove, something gotta go. Funny, that's funny. King H1. So after King H1, right? What Queen D1 do before Bishop takes knight? Okay, so let's go back. Let's look at Queen D1. Lots of possibilities, right? Lots of possibilities. If Queen to D1, we could just take this on D4. And then if King H1, it looks like Queen H4 should win. Yeah, probably Queen H4 here. I'm hitting mate. I'm hitting like mate everywhere, right? And why is this mate everywhere? Like if H3, I got Queen G. Oh, actually, no, I could take this now. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Sheesh. My goodness. I mean, this was just, there was no way out of that. My goodness. Resign and call it a day. Right. Was this a rapid match? That's a good question. It was White Can Z, so I don't think so. I don't think so. I highly doubt this was rapid. I don't actually remember that. It was 2013. I don't think this is rapid. Bishop c5, 95. Bishop takes on d4, king h1, and knight takes g4. What white should do here? Exactly what he did. In fact, believe it or not, the position right now is equal. Believe it or not, right? How crazy how the engine, like, yo, oh my goodness, man, he hitting each other, right? You know, like, you ever seen Dragon Ball Z fight, right? You know, it's one of those where they just like, oh man, you can't keep your eyes off the screen. They fighting each other. They going crazy. It's like all this nuts, like, what is going on? But like, oh yeah, it's just equal. Like, we just, you know, or they just sparring. We just sparring. Ain't nothing. You know, we all right. But you see him getting hit with everything left and right. Instead of the knight move, can't we do the Queen H4 earlier? Well, Queen H4 earlier actually wouldn't work as best. In fact, Queen H4, and it depends on where too as well, earlier. But 95 after takes. In fact, you didn't even have really time to. And I think we looked at Queen H4 right here anyway, which number one, Bishop takes G4 just kind of works. Eliminates it. LC Dent, I appreciate you with the 2 months in advance. Let's go. Hey, I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for that. Tier 1 for 2 months in advance. I appreciate that. So 95, bishop takes, he took, knight takes g4. And then knight takes f8, right? And this is equal, bro. This is equal. I mean, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. And it's so crazy how he found this move. It's so crazy how like the first move of the engine is exactly what he played here, right? Like Anand was just nasty. I mean, he still is. Like, it's just nasty how he found this move here. Black to move. Let's see if you can find the same, guys. Black to move. What do we do here? What do we do? Black to move. Let's see what y'all got in the chat. Let's see what y'all got. Black to move here. Can you finish this off? Right. Your opponent has been hit in the head a few times. He's stunned. He's stumbling. But he's still fighting. He's still swinging back at you. He's still fighting. This is a fight. Rook takes c3 from Danny. We got Queen H4 from XEO Knight. Now Queen H4 from Holy On Croissant. Queen H4 from Death by Lactose. Thanks for the follow, Rohan. Bobby says F5. Queen H4. And F5s, we got Queen D4. That's not even a move. Very nasty. Or silent King takes F8. Stop. Queen H4 leads to Queen H7 check, says Danny. All right, let's look at it. In fact, you guys are correct on the wrong, on like how Queen H7 is the answer. So Queen H4 is no good. In fact, I mean, not that it's still equal here, but Anand doesn't want to go through this. Like, I just did that just to trade queens. Like, no, he didn't want to play Queen H4. Rook takes C3 is 100% premium. Face blockers, don't do that to yourself, big fella. What are you doing with your life? Don't even do it. Don't even do that right here. This is a family channel. King takes F8 actually is a move. In fact, it's the second move on the engine, but the person that got it right here was actually Rohan Bobby, the new viewer. F5. F5. Whoa, F5. There's a knight hanging. You could play Queen H4, but this F5 cuts off the connection here. So now Queen H4 is devastating. Devastating. So he goes Knight G6. So like, y'all, bro, nah, bro, you're not about to go over here at all. Like, I'm not allowing that, you know, because Queen H4 and you're done. So Knight G6 stops Queen H4 temporarily as he go. I know, right, Mr. Charm? It's like ridiculous, this game. Queen F6, hitting the knight now. Attack the knight, H3, and then he just takes it, right? Because if takes, there's mate. There's just obvious mate on 2 squares. Easy. Checkmate, start a new one, right? You can't go nowhere. So you can't take the knight. So Queen E2 over here from Levon Aronian here. And then Queen H5 from Anand. Queen H5 was, of course, a great move, obviously. Queen H5, threatening stuff like maybe Knight F2. But honestly, this is the real threat. So I'm like, what are we doing? Queen takes H3 as mate. So he plays Queen D3, stopping the mate. And now, guys, seal the deal here. Seal the deal. It's black to move. After Anand made this move, Aronian resigned. Aronian resigned. Black to move. What do? Finish it off. How do we finish this here? You get this position. Time to do what you do. We got Knight F2 from Slapping Booty. He says Knight F2. Axer says Knight F2. Knight F2. Blowing Mind says Knight F2. Or says Knight F2. Wow. You know what? Blundering Pete says Blowing Minds. Knight E3, but it's spelled with the king, so it's King E3. Rook takes C3 now from Danny, still blocking with his face, finding buildings and jumping off of them. Still for Danny. Queen takes H3. Oh my goodness. Yo, we can't put that on the screen. There's kids probably watching this channel right now, bro. We can't put that on the screen right here. Queen takes H3. Oh my goodness. The silent King H1. It's actually Black's move. I know you mean King H8. Always sack the bishop. Bishop E3, Knight E3. Rook D8, Knight E3, Bishop E4. I resigned 3 hours ago. All right, and here it is. This is what this man did. Here it is. Thanks for the follow, Dry Crow. Knight F3 from Dry Crow. Maybe Bishop F3 or Knight E3 is what you mean? This is the Knight F3 is right here. Bishop takes G2. You do need a follow-up. You do need a strong follow-up if you're going to do something like Bishop takes G2. In fact, Rohan again with the move, Bishop E3. Rohan must be strong. Either strong or he knows this game. Because Bishop E3 is in fact the move. Bishop E3 and Aronian resigned right here. Nasty, bro. This was crazy. Equal and stronger threats. Remember that. Yeah, but he resigned, you know, right here. This Bishop E3. Bishop E3 is nasty. Because after Bishop E3, there's Bishop takes E3, obviously. And then Queen takes H3, highlighting the mate. There was a resignation after Bishop E3 from Anand, but King G1. Queen takes G2 is mate, and we great. That's pretty strong stuff, right? So, you know, I hope you all really enjoyed this analysis, right? And, you know, on to the next one.